The Guilt Trip, which is it's from Anne Fletcher, who's the director of The Proposal, and starring Seth Rogen, he of many a Judd comedy. So, it's one of those classic, the Mark Strong butt game. So you go, Anne Fletcher and Seth Rogen, but Barbra Streisand. Okay,
and actually, the aforementioned Welcome to the Punch is with David Morrissey.
It is, yes. Yeah. I mean, and as you said, with absolutely everybody else in it. So the story is Barbra Streisand is a somewhat overpowering mother. Her son, Seth Rogen, has moved away. He's gone to do a chemistry degree and has now invented an eco-friendly cleaning product, which he's going to go across the country attempting to sell at trade fairs. Firstly, he goes to see his mum, who apparently he doesn't ring, doesn't write, doesn't visit enough. She, of course, calls round all her friends because her son's come home. Here's a clip.
Did you know that Andy is starting his own business?
Oh,
is that right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he invented a new product, and now he's going to go travel door to door selling it. Isn't that right, Andy?
No, that's actually not even close.
It's dangerous to go door to door.
I'm not going door to door.
No.
They stopped doing that.
I thought you told me that
decades ago.
Did I hear wrong?
No.
That's not. It's okay. It's complicated. That's close enough.
What do I know?
Andy, is so nice to finally meet you.
Oh, you too. Yeah.
I have heard only great things about you.
Oh, that's
Gail
nice.
is our new friend. She's our Weight Watchers leader.
Oh.
Her husband's dead.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
I'm not.
He was horrible.
She couldn't wait to get rid of him, honey.
So you get the general tone.
That's quite funny.
Yeah,
it sounded like a Pixar movie, actually.
Yeah, actually, funnily enough, it did. That's exactly what it sounded like. Or, a Woody Allen Pixar movie. In fact, there was Woody Allen in A Bug's Life. Or do I mean the other one? There was two movies out around about the same time that had... One of them was A Bug's Life, and the other one was Ants. He was Ants. Ants, wasn't he? Yeah, sorry. And so anyway, it then turns out he discovers from his mother that he was in fact named after somebody whom she loved before she met his father. And he briefly thinks, oh, heaven's sake, is that actually not my father? She said, no, your father was your father. It's just that there was this man in my life, and now he's single. Now she's single. So he says, I wonder whether the guy's still around. He makes a phone call to San Francisco, discovers that the guy is indeed still around, and therefore says to his mother, look, Mum, why don't you come on the road trip with me? His secret intention being that at the end of it, his mother will meet once again the man that she loved and lost many decades ago. But this is all just a setup in order to get them in a car together so that they can do this kind of that bickering that you heard then all the way across the road trip. Now, the thing about it is, you laughed when you heard that clip there, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
This has got some quite vitriolically negative reviews. And there's a moment, do you remember that film In and Out? We were talking about this film with Kevin Kline. And there is a whole thing about Kevin Kline having this total love of Barbra Streisand. And the one moment in which his character is revealed to be exactly what everyone thinks it is, the moment in which he suddenly, bangs his fist on the table and says, she was not too old to play Yentl. The thing with me is, I love Barbra Streisand. I think Barbra Streisand is fabulous and funny. And the other day I was listening to the radio and they started playing Memory and I was in tears. And I find it very hard not to be charmed by her. I sat in a...
Was that Ken Bruce? Was it Ken Bruce?
It was Ken Bruce. Yeah, it was just before Popmaster. And I was sitting there in this in the screening room watching the Guilt Trip, and I started laughing. And I have to tell you, I laughed pretty much all the way through the film. There was some silence in the rest of the room, and I now recognise that silence has been replicated in some of the reviews, which have been sniffy to not very kind. The fact of the matter is, I thought it was funny. And the reason I thought it was funny was that I thought the chemistry between Barbra Streisand and Seth Rogen, and when literally that's what they do. He's got, yeah, Mum, no, it's... And then she does the Barbra Streisand thing, which I'm not going to do an impression of because no one can do an impression of Barbra Streisand. And I sat there thinking, this is very formulaic and it's very contrived and there are a million reasons why I ought to take against this. But you know what? I'm laughing and I'm laughing consistently all the way through it. And I make no apologies for it. I don't care what any of the other critics say. I laughed all the way through the Guilt Trip. Sorry, what are you going to do about it?